Hello guys, Awas with Mac here today to teach you 7707 paper 22, which is paper 2, and I'm going to discuss the question number 2 in this video. On my previous video, I explained you how to do a control account in question number 1. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to apply the ratios knowledge and to find out the answer for this question. If you have not watched Commerce with Mac before, you all need to know what is Commerce with Mac. Commerce with Mac is a YouTube channel which educates students from Edexcel and Cambridge platform for O-level, AS and A-level, accounting, economics and business studies. I used to upload a lot of videos for accounting, economics and business studies. If you haven't watched those videos, you can go to the playlist and start watching all those. Let's start Cambridge O-level 7707 paper 2 paper now. So we are going to start today question number 2. I'm going to use this annotation bar to make it easy. Let's go down. I hope you guys can see this question very clearly. On the first part, I taught you the first question. Now I'm going to teach you the question number 2 today. So let's, before we move on to the question, always remember one particular thing to do. Never forget to read the question first of all. Once you read the question, you will have a good understanding about the entire part of that question. Then we can move on in doing that part. Jabir owns an electrical wholesale business. The following balances appeared in his books on 30th September 2021. Inventory is 8,000, purchase is 109,000, trade payables 11,600, revenue 160,000, trade receivables 22,600, operating expense 35,200. The inventory on 1st October 2020 was $11,000. All sales and purchases were on credit basis. What you need to note it down, when you say credit basis, when the examiner says that every purchase and the sale is on credit basis, then the examiner is thinking in a very advanced manner. You should be very careful with the words when the examiner uses in the paper. So now here they're asking calculate the gross profit and the profit for the year, right? So how do we find the gross profit and the profit? But before that, we'll see what are the questions they have asked on this paper. So it's a 2-mark question. Calculate the gross profit margin. Advise Jabir on 2 actions he could take to improve his gross margin. Calculate the trade receivables turnover. Round up your answer to the next whole day. So it should be in number of days. That's what they're meaning in this question number C. Jabir wants to increase his credit sales and is considering allowing his credit customers an extra 14 days above his current trade receivables turnover. So if Jabir allows considerable number of days, what would happen to his business? You need to advise on that. So advise Jabir whether he should allow his credit customers an extra 14 days above his current trade receivables turnover. Justify your answer. Then we have calculate the trade payables turnover. Round up your answer to the next whole day. Again, number of days. And the next thing is Jabir's credit customer are prepared to double the rate of his trade discount provided he increases his currently monthly purchase by 20%. So when you purchase more and more, the credit suppliers are ready to give you more discounts. So if they give discounts, what would happen to Jabir's business? Advise Jabir whether he should increase his current monthly purchase by 20% to earn the additional trade discount. Justify your answer. So you get 20 marks for this question, which we are going to start now. So let's move on to the question, guys. Take a pen and a paper to start doing with me. Okay, guys, let's start the sum now. Now we need to find the gross profit and profit for the year. How do we do that? With these details they are given. They are given inventory, purchase, trade payables, revenue, trade receivables, operating expense. Very simple. Put a trading format. When you put trading account format, you can easily find out the profit, the gross profit of the business. With that, we can find out the profit of the business. So let me explain you how to do that. First, we'll take this entire thing into our mind. I will show one by one. So I'm going to put a trading format in my Excel sheet. So I'll zoom a bit so you'll have a complete view on what I'm going to do. Yeah. So I'm going to start here with the revenue. So you all know it starts sales minus cost of sales. So I'll start with revenue. Revenue is 160,000. So I'll write here. And then I'll put a small subtopic, cost of sales. So guys, you can show this working if you really wanted to get the full marks in the exams. Then if you feel you wanted to show the workings, you can show this way. If not, you can go directly to the answer. Still the examiner will give you marks because it's a 2-mark question. And then they're asking you to take these values. And you can see here, it's 30th September 2021. So when you're doing 30th September 2021, this inventory which they are representing is the closing inventory, because this is the end of the year. And also on the other side, they have given on starting of the year, which is 1st October 2020, there was some inventory. that is worth 11,000. So this will become the opening inventory. That's how we find out the opening inventory and the closing inventory. Closing inventory is already given because it's 30th September 2021. It's the end of the year. We consider it as the closing inventory. As it is the beginning of the year, 2020 is the previous year. So, and it's the starting of the year, we will take it as a opening stock. So I'll write the 11,000 as opening stock here. 11,000. Then we have the closing stocks. How much is the closing stock? I think it's 8,000. So we will take 8,000 closing stock. I'll keep 2 spaces. Closing stock. Closing stock is a minus. You already know this. So I'll write here it as a negative figure, 8,000. So after taking this value, now I just need to add one more thing. They are given purchases. Trade receivable is nothing to do with the trading account, so I will not take this. Trade payables is nothing to do with the trading account, so I won't take this. Now what is they are to take purchases, and then operating expense comes below the gross profit, not above or between. So I will not take operating expense for a while. So I start with the purchase. Purchase is 109,000. So I'll write here purchases 109,000. So I totally got the value 109,000 plus 11,000 will give me a value of 120,000. And if I deduct this 80,000, which is cost of sales, I will get a value of 112,000 this side. In other simple format, as you all need to know how this trading account looks like, it should be in boxes. Then you will have a complete view on what I'm trying to say. So this is what I was meaning in this question. So now we have got 112,000 as the cost of sales. But now, how do we get our gross profit? We will take this 112,000. It's a deduction of value because cost of sales is a minus figure. You all need to know. So if I deduct from 160,000, 112,000, I will get a value of 48,000. I'll write the 48,000, and this 48,000 is known as the gross profit of the business. Easy as that, gross profit of the business. Now from this point, I just want to know the profit of the business. There is no other income. There's no other things they are given here. They are directly given the operating expense. So if I deduct the normally before adding operating expense, you will have other income, but you don't have other income in this question. So we can directly move on to operating expense, which is 35,200. I will write 35,200 as a deduction below to get the profit. So operating expense is 35,200. Easy as that. So I have 48,000 minus 35,200 will give me my profit of the business. The net profit of the business is, our profit for the year is 12,800. So according to this question, they ask what is the gross profit of the business and what is the net profit of the business. You don't want to show the workings this much, but if you just show the gross profit, it's more than enough, and also the net profit is more than enough for you to get the 2 marks. So for gross profit, you get 1 mark. For net profit, you get another mark. So you get 2 marks for the entire calculation which we did now. Then we move on to the next question of the sum, B part. What do we have on the B part? Calculate the gross margin. So now gross margin has also another term. We said as gross profit margin. But you say, guys, we say it as gross profit margin. So gross margin has another term. So I'm going to write gross margin as gross profit margin here. The second part, is it B? Yeah, I think it should be B. B1. So they have B1, they have divided B1. Gross profit margin. So I'm going to write the formula for this. What is the formula, guys? You already know. Gross profit divided by sales into 100. According above ratios, I have given a complete video. I have already explained you. That ratios description is below this video. So if you all find ratios a bit difficult and the terms and the formulas you don't know, watch that video so you'll have a complete understanding and it will be very helpful for you to get ready for your exams. So gross profit divided by sales into 100 is what we say gross profit margin. So I'm going to take gross profit. What is the value of gross profit in the business? You can see here it is 48,000 and the revenue is 160,000. So sales and revenue both are same terms. So I'll write here gross profit is 48,000, right? Divide by 160,000 into 100. So in other way, if I do the formula, if I put the formula and do, I will get the correct answer, the margin. So actually the business is having a, so the business should have, I'll put 160,000. I have put the formula wrong. So I'll put the correct formula here. I put 16,000 earlier. That's the reason I got 300%. So this is 30% of the business. So you can also write 30% is the answer. Again, if you wanted to get the 2 marks, remember for 1 mark you get for the formula, and for applying and getting the answer you get 1 more mark. So we have completed 4 marks out of the entire 20 marks question which we are going to do. So the third part, advise Jabir on 2 actions he could take to improve his gross margin. So now what are the ways he can improve the gross profit margin? Now you can see gross margin is related to 2 things. One is the revenue, here you can see that. And the second thing is the cost of sales. So either if you wanted to increase the gross profit margin, you should do something to the revenue or do something to the cost of sales. If you want to do something to the revenue, what do you need to do? That's what we need to write in the paper. So I will write the answer as, what are the things we can do? Either we can increase the selling price. So increase the selling price. This will increase the gross profit margin. If you increase the selling price, the cost will be remaining the same. So we can increase the profit. That's something else. Then the second thing, you can reduce the cost of sales or reduce the find a cheap supplier, something like that you can get. If you can reduce the cost of sales, that will increase the level of profit. Find cheap suppliers. Okay. Or you can also say minimize the wastages. So you should reduce the level of wastages so a company can take optimum use of the resources what you have. Then of course it will increase the level of profit the business will make. Then we move on to the next part of the question. So we are done with the B part. A, B, 1 and 2 is completely done. So let's move on to the C part of the question which we are going to discuss now. Calculate the trade receivables turnover. Round up your answer to the next whole day. You all know the formula of trade receivable turnover. It's very easy. Trade receivable turnover takes average trade receivables divided by sales into 365 when we are speaking about the next whole day. But here we can't take next whole day as average trade receivable because they have not given the opening trade receivables and the closing trade receivables in this question. So they have given directly the trade receivables. So you can directly take the amount, divide by the sales and get the answer. So let's move on to the C part of the question. I'm going to start from here. C. So trade receivable days. How do you take this? I'll put the normal formula. This is the basic formula you need to follow. Average debtors or average trade receivables divided by sales into 365. But here we can't apply this same formula. The reason, so we can't apply the reason we have. I'm sorry guys, my numlock is not working. Okay, so here I will write average trade average debtors. We can't take average debtors. They are not given the opening debtors and the closing debtors. I will take here trade receivables divide by sales into 365. Easy as that. So if I'm going to take the trade receivables according to the sum, what is the value they have given on the sum? For trade receivables, they are given a value of 22,600 and inventory and revenue 160,000. So 22,600 divided by 160,000 into 365. So I'm going to take 22,600. I'll just show you the value of this 160,000 into 365, the number of days, and it is saying that 51.55. So when you are taking for the next whole day, you all need to take. They're saying the next whole day. So here the next day should be 52nd day. So I'll write it as 52 days. This is how you can find it out. The easiest way to find the trade receivable days on this question. So let's move on to the next part of the question. What does it say? It says Jabir wants to increase his credit sales and is considering allowing his credit customers an extra 14 days above his current trade receivable turnover. Advise Jabir whether he should allow his credit customers an extra 14 days above his current trade receivables turnover. Justify your answer. A very good one they're asking in this question. They're saying that if Jabir is going to increase the level of number of days for the credit customers to make the payment, what are the pro and what are the con? What are the advantages? What are the disadvantages? Remember one particular thing. What I find out from most of the students when they're writing an answer for this type of question, they write, it's better Jabir not to give credit. They will lose money. Don't write that typical answer. In 2 paragraphs, write 4 points. Now, how many marks the examiner is giving? 5 marks. So 2 advantages. Maybe if you write 3 advantages, 2 disadvantages. You wrote 2 advantages, 3 disadvantages. So that's how you can balance which side you are going to speak. Now I'm going to take advice Jabir on the favorable side of the question. So if I'm going to write favorable aspect, how I should write a justification answers. That's what I'm going to explain you. So this is no, it's D. So we're going to answer D. So see how to answer the D question. You can write Jabir has a trade receivable day of 52. Our trade receivables day is 52. If Jabir allowed the credit period, Jabir's the business will increase much, or you can the business will increase. The business will increase the level of profits. Then also you can write, this is one point which I wrote, and also you can write more customers will be attracted to the business, and Jabir can control the liquidity of the business due to high turnover. Now, what did you understand in this question, guys? One particular thing, the way I wrote, don't take the examiner's marking scheme, just by heart the marking scheme, spread out, like just say the answers as it is in the marking scheme. Examiner doesn't love those students. So my students who have scored A stars in exams, I always remind particularly, write the answer in paragraph manner. So when you can present the answer in a paragraph manner, examiner loves you because you have a capacity of thinking, you have a capacity of showing that you know much better things and in a much presentable manner. So examiner gives you marks. Here you can see here I have written 3 points very nicely. Jabir has a trade receivable day. Jabir has a trade receivable day off. So I can change this. When you are writing an answer, always see is it correct the way you are using your grammars. If Jabir allows the credit period, the business will increase the level of profit. 1 point. More customers will be attracted to the business. 2nd point. And Jabir can control the liquidity, the money, cash flows they can control because he's having a lot of money, and because of that he can control the business day to day. That's what is the liquidity of the business. So that's 3 advantages which I have written. Then what is the disadvantage of Jabir's business? If we give credit to the customers, on the other side you can write, on the other side, if Jabir allows credit, the business will lose sales, or you can say will lose profit due to irrecoverable debt. You know, irrecoverable debt means bad debt. And also Jabir will have problems in liquidity position of the business. So now I have given you 2 bad points. If you give a loan, if you extend the number of days, it's very hard to get the money from the customers. Sometimes they might even not give you the money. That will become a very bad problem to you. But on the other side, the liquidity position of the business, the business, how much the business is having in their hand will be in problem. So they will not have enough money to pay the salaries to their staff. So small problems can be created in future. So this type of things we can see it in Jabir's business. So then we move on to the next part of the question. What do we have? So the final part of this justification, which side you are going to take, either on Jabir's advantages or the disadvantages. As you have given 3 points on the valid, you can better say it's better Jabir's business Jabir provide credit period. So you can understand one particular thing. As you have given the advantages more as possible, you can give a better conclusion. When you don't give, when you have disadvantages higher, always give the disadvantages side as a take disadvantages side and start giving a good explanation on it. So let's move on to the next part of the question. E part. What do we have? Calculate the trade payables turnover. Round up your answer to the next whole day. Here the examiner is very tricky. I said why he is very tricky. The reason here the examiner is saying that trade payables turnover, but normally when you take trade payables turnover, your formula is different. You have cost of sales, you have average trade payables divided by cost of sales into 365. Here they are saying the entire purchase and sales was credit, which means we can't take cost of sales. Here you can see in the expression all sales and purchases go on credit basis. So the moment when they say like that, we can never take the cost of sales, though the formula is cost of sales. We should always go with the purchases. That's where you should be very strict. Let me put the formula for the E part. E. So we'll write the basic formula. Average trade payables divide by cost of sales into 365. This is the basic formula. But because now they have given that credit purchases is cost of sales, they have not given average trade payables. So we'll take trade payables divide by purchases, credit purchases. So all purchases are credit purchases into 365. So this is the formula I'm going to use instead of the other formula which they have given in your textbook. So moving on to the point, what is your average? I mean, trade payables 11,600. And what is your credit purchase? 109,000, which you all can see into 365. Let me show you again. We took 11,600 from here, right? And then we took, and then we took 109,000 from here. So then we took this both and divided and multiplied it into 365. So when I'm getting the answer for this, the number of days, so 11,600, I'll put the formula properly. You have a calculator, you don't want to spend this much of time in calculating, and close it, multiply into 365. So you got 38.844, and they are saying in the question, it's the next whole day, if I'm not mistaken. Round up your answer to the next whole day. So next whole day should be 39 days. So I'll write here 39 days, right? Easy as that. So we got that 2 marks as well. Very easy points. Then we have the last part of the question, the last 5 marks. Jabir's credit suppliers are prepared to double the rate of his trade discount, provided he increases his current monthly purchase by 20%. Advise Jabir whether he should increase his current monthly purchases by 20% to earn the additional trade discount. Justify your answer. So now they are saying that if you purchase more, you get more discount. And by more discount, what would happen to the business is what they're asking. Is it good to get more discount, or is it bad to get more discount? So I'm going to speak about the good things of the business. So I'm going to write 3 good things, 2 bad things. It's my perspective. You also can find out your own perspective. Either you can go the wrong way or the right way. Which is right for you, you can take it in your papers. So if Jabir is going to increase his purchase, what are the things he can get? He can get high discount. High discounts can increase the level of profits of the business. So the profit can be reinvested in the business, or the business will be able to increase, the business will be able to increase the day-to-day liquidity, and that will be something good. But the bad thing is sometimes unnecessary purchases you will be making, though there's discount. Sometimes the products, you should see the expiry date. If you can't sell the product within a certain period of time, customers will not buy the same product. And you should also see that refund policy is there when you're purchasing. So from the perspective, we can say that Jabir is doing a good method when he is accepting the current monthly purchase by 20%. Let's write the answer for this justification 1. If Jabir, so I'll write the answer here. Yeah. So this is EF. Yeah. If Jabir purchases 20% monthly, he can receive a huge discount. The discount will increase profit of the business. As there's more good, the business will not face shortages when customer needs the product. Just apply the business knowledge, the just-in-time knowledge which you have learned in your business study. So I'm just applying that particular knowledge to this. Then we move on to the next part. What is the bad thing of this? If Jabir purchases, or you can say it on the other side, if Jabir purchases, let me read the question again to have a clarification on what I'm doing. Advise Jabir whether he should increase his currently monthly purchases by 20%. So if Jabir purchases more if Jabir purchases monthly 20% higher, the business sometimes will overstock the products, and sometimes this will increase the warehouse cost. So this is overall what we have written, and as I have given a lot of advantages on this part, I will be giving as I have given a lot of advantages on this part, I will be giving an idea for the students. Better, I will say, better Jabir, or it's better if Jabir purchases 20% more. So this is my advantages conclusion. If you understand this question number 2 of 7707 October-November paper, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel, and also your subscribing helps me a lot to put more videos into this channel and focus on YouTube a lot. And I wanted to put more videos, means please hit the bell button, and also please comment if you really like the video, so I will be uploading more in future. So see you guys on another video. Let me come up with the part 3 question in a day of time. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.